Before we get into this week's episode of the Organic Mindset Podcast, I wanted to take a quick second to make a huge announcement. My very own self-published adult coloring book is now available for purchase on amzn.to. I repeat, my very own self-published adult coloring book is available for purchase right now on amzn.to. Man, welcome to another episode of the Organic Mindset Podcast. It is approximately 1:07 a.m. But yeah, man, we're going to run it like always. And you see what's going on, I just was kind of chilling, smoking a little hookah. And I was like, man, let me go ahead and record, I had some stuff up here like always. But, hey, man, if you didn't check out last week's episode, you definitely going to want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead, link there somewhere there. Because I don't want to hear none of them excuses like, well, I couldn't find it. I had tried to go look for it, blah, blah, blah. Nah, man, you ain't got to worry about that. It's going to be, linked above. Shout out to that boy Jadaway, man. We definitely had ran that one up. And like I said, it's already doing numbers. So if you watching it now, you late. But hey, nothing wrong with being late to the party, We all do it from time to time. But yeah, like I said, man, you see the hookah going. Kind of been on it for, a little minute. Shout out to that boy Joe B. But put me on to the, the little, So no more aluminum foil, I'm too classy for that. I don't even use aluminum foil no more. What I'm going to use that for, I got to poke holes and stuff. Nah, go get that off Amazon, $10. Give you a nice pull. I got the 2 codes, instant codes. They probably going to go out by the time before the episode over with. Because I really kind of, been smoking it for a little minute. But let me see what else I got. I got to, be organic and, got to be open with y'all, so I'm going to let y'all know everything, unless y'all don't want to hear it. If y'all don't want to hear, y'all could probably skip forward about 5 minutes, then I'll get to talking about the nitty gritty. So yeah, I got some hydro herbal molasses, that's what it's called. Got the hurricane mixed fruit flavor. See what it got in there. 0 tobacco. 0 nicotine. Ingredients got the cane molasses, the honey, and the flavor. And I got the 2 codes, like I said, give me a nice little pull. But yeah, and real quick before I forget too, cause I ain't gonna say too much more about that. These little, I've been seeing a couple little posts, so I want, females, dudes tap in. Let me know, y'all smoke hookah? Like, is it normal for a dude to smoke hookah? He ain't supposed to smoke the hookah or something? I mean, I'm gonna smoke mine regardless. He's at the crib, I'm at the crib. But hey, I just want to know, man, because there's too many people watching the video not to be able to comment. So, y'all comment below, man. Y'all smoke hookah? Dudes supposed to smoke hookah? If y'all smoke hookah, man, what flavors, y'all recommend? But yeah, man, we're going to get right into it. So, one of the first things I wanted to talk about was gumroad. So, a lot of people, I feel like they know about it, but some people don't. So, it's a lot of, people that sell their courses and stuff on Gumroad. And I got, a nice little list. Usually I kind of be more so kind of off the dome, but I'm on here by myself, so I'm gonna just do my little thing. Got the little, handy dandy notebook. I keep it with me. If I had a pocket on my stuff, I put it in my pocket. But yeah, man, a couple of the courses, I got on Gumroad, as well as some of the stuff I got on IG. So first, first thing first, had to put this first, even though it's probably, one of the first things I bought on Gumroad from that boy Marquise. So it's he got the roadmap to financial freedom, and it's pertaining to like stocks, investing, and stuff like that. So yeah, man, if y'all know that boy, man, he ain't got that course posted in his bio or something, y'all telling me need to drop some more, man. If y'all listen to this and y'all know Marquise, y'all need to tell him drop some more, man. People waiting for some info. Might as well give it that. Well, not give it out, but you got to pay for it. But I haven't paid more than like, I think 80 to 100, for courses on Gumroad. My personal experience, some people's stuff might be high, but hey, got to get the knowledge. Somebody else stuff on there. So his IG, The Real Tez, and he got like an e-commerce course. So I had actually recently bought a course, probably about a couple months ago. I actually, looked into it. I know I told y'all before I got all these courses I haven't really tapped into. So I'm trying to kind of make it my mission to whenever I get a little bit of time, I kind of go, you know what I'm saying, skim through them or whatever. But based off that course, it got like a lot of videos and like longer videos. Not saying they won't be engaging or whatever, but and I mean, y'all probably thinking like, dang, I'm watching you on the podcast right now. So, you know what I'm saying, what's your issue with videos? There's no issues with videos. I want y'all to watch the video. I want, you know what I'm saying, to watch the video so I can tell y'all what's going on. So yeah, I'm going to definitely, you know what I'm saying, tap into that real soon. And once I do that, I make sure, you know what I'm saying, I bring that knowledge back to y'all, like always. Another person, Chris Johnson. So he the founder of Wealth Squad. And a couple months ago, he had ended up posting, like, pretty much saying that, because I guess he was doing this stuff, like, I had followed him, I've been following him for probably a year, if not, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more or a little bit less, however. But he kind of like into multiple things, Airbnb, stocks, crypto, just different types of, you know, investments and stuff like that. And he posts like, you know, he pretty much just be giving out free game because in my opinion, I don't really see the purpose for people being, you know what I'm saying, like gatekeepers. And what I mean by that is like, if it's, you know what I'm saying, knowledge out there, why you not giving it out? Like, why you holding that back when it's enough for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, they print money every day. Just think about that. Don't let that go over your head. They print money every day. So, you know. But yeah, he ended up posting like a couple months ago, he ended up posting like his IG, and it was like a close friends. And it ain't the type of close friends that y'all think. And so, but he just, you know what I'm saying, really kind of like dug deeper into sharing like some of his, you know what I'm saying, like investments and stuff like that, like literally play by play, like some of the stuff you could do. And it's crazy because a couple of the stocks he recommended, this couple of crypto he recommended, I had you know, end up going to go cop. And one of the big things, you know, he was just talking about was buying like when the market was down heavy. And a lot of people, you know, kind of opposed to that because they like, why would I buy when it's down, you know what I'm saying, to that extent, like it's gonna keep going down, this, that, and the other. But, you know, the rule of thumb when investing is, people always say, you know, don't invest in anything that you can't afford to go without. So don't go invest, you know what I'm saying, your last. The next person was Erica Kohlberg. I think that's how you say her last name. Kullberg. So she was like, well, I think she's still a lawyer. But I know she had kind of like go watch her videos and stuff like that. She be one of them people that pop up on IG. And if you like this, go follow, you know, for more. So yeah, she one of them. But you know, a lot of like insightful information on her page, as well as, you know, she had like a mastering YouTube course, and she was talking about kind of how she grew her following and stuff like that, some of the things she did. And of course, you know, with that, I kind of implemented a couple different things. And I've been telling people like, because they kind of be, you know, seeing like the views as well as the subscribers and stuff like that. I'm like, outsource, you know, kind of like spread your brand, but also don't be scared to promote. And I said this on the episode before, you know, because it's like, if you promoting the right way, then you getting the type of views you want and the type of subscribers you want. And that go for any platform, you know what I'm saying? They don't just have to be viewers. Like, that's why they put that stuff there, you know what I'm saying, for you to market, not necessarily for you to buy likes, because I really don't care about likes. I really don't care about subscribers and stuff like that. But it's like, if you're gonna use it, why not, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, use it for something that's worth, instead of, you know what I'm saying, going to just go look, you know what I'm saying, see what the Shade Room posts and see what academics posting and stuff like that. I always tell y'all, man, it's about, you know what I'm saying, like filtering that out, you know what I'm saying. When I say that, I mean just like creating a clear pathway, you know what I'm saying, just kind of like being mindful of some of the things you taking in. But I'll talk about that later though. So I had ended up getting her course. It was a free course too. It was like just one of the things just posted in her bio. Like I said, I came across her page one day and I was like, man, let me go check it out, see what she got in her bio, see what she talking about. So I went, all I had to do was just do one of the, like, subscribe to like a newsletter or something. What I had to put, email account. I think that was it. Email account, probably my number. She never, you know what I'm saying, they never text me though, but they did email me. She ended up emailing me the course, and I went and checked it out, and it was like a PowerPoint or whatever it was. And I was like, dang, a lot of this stuff I feel like I can implement, you know what I'm saying? So I'm starting to go crazy with the ads, like literally spending, you know what I'm saying, the minimum and just getting them impressions up. And with them, you know, with impressions, of course, it's not views, but it's like, you know what I'm saying, just people becoming like exposed to your brand. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that should be a mission for a lot of people. Just gaining that exposure, you know what I'm saying? Because all it takes is that one right person to see it, and they like, okay, nah, I see, you know what I'm saying, I see what he got going. I see what she got going, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and follow that. I'm going to push it. I'm going to support it. Come on, man. The last person, the fifth person I wanted to say was Ariel Carr. So I think she was like I don't want to mistake the title, but it's pretty much, just kind of like, because it ain't nothing dealing with like SEO. It's like pretty much just kind of like a social media brand builder. I forgot the, the technological name for it. But yeah, she had ended up having a course. I think I might have paid $80 for it. Like all together, it was like 3 different things. One of them was kind of like a planner, pretty much just kind of like getting you to this goal. But she just talked about, how she monetized Instagram and stuff like that on a larger scale. But you're going to have to go check that out yourself, because I don't want to mix the amount up. But it was definitely like 6 figures within a matter of months. And just kind of how she was, gaining money too from like from sending like emails, And of course, there's always like restrictions with emails and stuff like that, especially if you're going to be sending them on a continuous basis, do your research. But I know for sure, like, you gotta give somebody like an opt-out option to, be able to like, okay, I don't want to get these emails no more. That's why a lot of the emails that you will see, when you go like subscribe or be on some stuff, like you want to go have people send you all these listings that's similar to this, they got to have an unsubscribe button, because it's the law. Another thing I did this week though, well, I say this week, today for me, I ended up watching the Earn Your Leisure podcast with Steve Harvey on there, and I feel like, they kind of like share a lot of light to me. Like, I'm always open to watch any of their podcasts, any of their episodes, just because I already know, what they talking about as far as financial literacy and stuff like that. And they always like, man, some of the guests they have on there, it'd be crazy, because it like sometimes even multiple times where I watch the show and I'd be like, dang, I got a whole new, understanding, or even just see this person in a whole different light, because, they put on, this image or whatever, but they get on these shows, they talking like so much knowledge and just kind of like from different experiences, that they had in their life. So that's, like one of the other notable episodes for me was with Dame Dash, and that wasn't never really just a person I just was like, oh, it's Dame Dash, this, that, and other. I feel like, that was more so kind of like before my time, but, his episode was insightful, and I want to say it was, like on the early end, but I always, I don't watch much TV. I got like a couple of shows, like maybe 3 shows in rotation, but it ain't like I just watch them like every week, so, big fan of Power, but, that's that. But some of the things, that they talked about on the podcast with Steve Harvey was one of the like almost out the gate, like one of the first things, that kind of came to mind that he had ended up saying was talking about like a bad day. And it really just opened my mind up so much. Like, I also kind of got on a mental standpoint where I don't really have too many bad days. I don't even really think that up. But for the people out there that do, I definitely feel like this could help. Just think about what a bad day is, or how you identify a bad day. You have to have so many good days to realize that this one day is so-called a bad day. Simple term, I don't want it to just sit there and go over your head like, what is he talking about? But in order to identify something as a bad day, or even just be bad at all, or even nasty, like just think about food, such and such nasty. You had to have a lot of good stuff in order to classify that as nasty. So the same thing, fall into play when you're talking about having so-called bad days. You had to have a lot of good days in order to classify that one as a bad day. And it's always going to pass. I mean, I always say it always could get worse. That's, that's just my personal thing. And he was just talking about, like scaling, like scaling yourself as well as, your business or whatever you got going. And what I mean by scaling, is just thinking on a like larger scale. Like, okay, if I could, do this and make $300, how can I do this and make $3,000? How can I repeat that process, and make $30,000? How can I do this and, you know what I'm saying, make 300,000? So it's just kind of about a skilling, you know what I'm saying? And when I think about that, I think about Grant Cardone, you know, that 10 times rule. So it actually wasn't a book that I read. I plan on reading it. Kind of been slacking on my reading a little bit. But, you know what I'm saying, I got other stuff popping. Major moves well, they already in play, but you know what I'm saying, I just saying, yeah. But stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. But yeah, man, he kind of talked about, you know what I'm saying, the book's almost self-explanatory. Just, you know what I'm saying, scaling your stuff, and kind of how I like learn that out, because I know y'all probably thinking, y'all little criticize me, already thinking like, well, you just said you didn't read the book. Okay, so what I did was I ended up going on YouTube and kind of just getting, you know what I'm saying, like watching multiple videos, like more than 3, just getting like an overview of, you know what I'm saying, like the big takeaways of the book, as well as like people's perception of it, and kind of, you know what I'm saying, how they came to these thoughts. And it was pretty much just kind of talking about that, just scaling yourself, and, you know what I'm saying, just different things that you can implement. I feel like you don't get the same context as when you read a book, and I kind of had to learn that, you know, with Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like, I would always, you know, kind of watch these videos and, you know, listen to Robert Kiyosaki and just be like, okay, this dude, you know what I'm saying, seemed intelligent, the book seemed good, but this was before I read it. You know, people was like dropping these major things, talking about, you know what I'm saying, the perception between, you know, rich and poor and stuff like that. And those words, you know what I'm saying, I really don't like to use them, just because I feel like you can't really classify people off of, you know what I'm saying, a monetary aspect. Like, I always like to think, you know what I'm saying, rich as in spirit. But, you know what I'm saying, teach his own. Some people, you know, different. But when I read that book, you know what I'm saying, it kind of gave me like a whole different insight too. And it just like, that's one of the books, you know what I'm saying, I can go read again, and I guarantee you I'll learn something else. Just like, you know, Richest Man in Babylon. So, you know what I'm saying, them 2 books, you know, free game. Them 2 books right there. And, they just made me think too, just getting in a couple of, you know, different discords and stuff like that, like for investing. So I talked about, what else? I think I know his IG page, like Wise Guy Investing. He talked about, and he don't have a 9 to 5, but yeah, I mean his Discord or whatever, and it's a couple free books in there, like, you know, PDFs and stuff like that. But those 2 were in there, as well as Millionaire Next Door and stuff like that. And, you know, he was just kind of like talking about in the group, because the group is more so kind of like an investing group, but it's like I say, you know, saying they share so much light on other stuff, so it's kind of like good to be in them communities, because I always think to myself, like, if I'm not, you know what I'm saying, looking at some of this stuff, I could gain some knowledge, then I'm probably on IG or whatever. So it's important to, you know, kind of cleanse those social medias, because like I said, and I will say it again later, but it's about what you take in overall, not just about what you eat. So be mindful of that. Another, like, couple other takeaways, you know, with the Steve Harvey episode. And of course, like I said, you're gonna want to tune into that, you know what I'm saying, yourself, because I'm just hitting like just literally the surface. Like, he talked about so much stuff on that, as well as them. I mean, if you know them, then you already know, you know what I'm saying, kind of like the questions they ask, and just kind of like the knowledge that you're able to get just off of the show, just kind of making everything, you know what I'm saying, connect, collab, whatever. What he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, like the power of your mental and stuff like that, and just kind of how you have to be in an area or in a space before you physically there. And, you know, Neil Davis, he kind of talk about that as well. So it's just kind of, you know what I'm saying, so important to just have a strong mind and think these things, you know what I'm saying. Don't get caught up like daydreaming, like, oh, well, I'm gonna make it happen, you know what I'm saying, I'm already thinking it, this, that, and other, but you're not taking action. You definitely got to take action, because it's not going, you know what I'm saying, nothing just gonna sit there and just come to you. Nothing that's, you know what I'm saying, worthwhile anyway, like them old folks say, nothing that's worthwhile. So Steve Harvey also talked about, like, and I guess, you know what I'm saying, this kind of tied back into the whole mental aspect, but he was talking about how he didn't get on TV until he was 35. So he was like, when he was coming up, you know, he seen Bill Cosby on TV, and he was like, you know, it was kind of crazy, just because of, you know, I guess the diversity and like kind of, you know, racial things and stuff like that. Just talking about, it had this black man on TV, you know, talking to, you know, these white people and stuff like that. Not saying he was, you know what I'm saying, bashing him or nothing, but he was just like, at that time, you know what I'm saying, it was just kind of like one of them things that was just so crazy to him. And just thinking back, whatever, just as far as like civil rights and stuff like that, it really is crazy, like, to be in these, you know what I'm saying, positions and stuff like that. to pretty much just be able to do that. But you know what I'm saying, like I said that to say, like like I said he wasn't on TV till he was 35, and like I said, I kind of been tuned in to Steve Harvey, just different movies and stuff like that, his stand up or whatever. But it's just to say, like, don't get so caught up in the times, or how long it's gonna take, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if you persistent about something and you serious about actually obtaining it, it's gonna come to you. Like, you gonna be able to obtain it, like. But now it's like we're in an age where it's like so many people kind of like coming up, but I always say, you know what I'm saying, you never know their backstory and stuff like that, but you never know what type of, calculated risk like this person had to take in order to make that one big move. All you see is that one big move they made, but in reality they could have failed, 100 times. And it's really about, how many times you fail in order to get to that win. And I don't say that, in a negative manner. I just mean, in order to win, you're going to bump your head. But that's okay, as long as you can learn from it. And you might bump your head more than one time. But I thought about this the other day, and I forgot where I was at. I think I was in a drive-thru. But I was thinking, I was like, dang, like, with life, it's so many ways to obtain certain things. It's like it's no one right way. Like, people might tell you that, but I've seen people, accomplish stuff on such a large scale, not do it the same way that this person did it. So I feel like, just go into every day thinking like that. Like, even if I had, a couple bad hours within this day, a couple bad minutes, I'm not finna let that ruin my whole day. Why would I let one bad hour ruin the other 23? I'll be asleep most of them anyway. No, I'm playing. I'm gonna be asleep. not even majority of it, but hey. You know what I'm saying? Pour into yourself. Pour into yourself, man. Another one of the things he talked about, Steve Harvey that is, was talking about how he went broke twice. So I think he said the most recent time was when he ended up getting divorced in 2005. And if you think about it, that's not that long ago, like you have all this success or whatever. If you, follow Steve Harvey, I say follow him, but if you knew who he was or whatever, like early 2000s and stuff like that, seen him on TV, it's just crazy to think, because when people think of Hollywood, I know at least when I do, you start seeing like, or start thinking like, okay, dang, this was going on, this, that, and the other. But in more recent years, I've, become to the realization like it's a lot of shady stuff that go on as far as, and I'm not even talking about just media or who's doing what. I'm talking about just as far as money, and that's why like a lot of times people are preach so heavily on ownership, and that was kind of like one of the big things he was harping on, and just definitely tipping his hat to like a lot of people. So it's important to do that. Like, even if they not gonna hear it, it's like, if you really feel like that, why wouldn't you tell that person, they did a good job and you proud of them? And as far as just the whole money law situation, he was talking about with his accountant. He said his accountant had passed, and he ended up like not paying his taxes for 7 years, and he thought he was paying them because what they were doing was they ended up, had the check and stuff like that, had the statement, and it had the amount. So he was, writing a check or whatever, signing a check and thinking that the money was, being taken out of his account because the check was being cleared. But in reality, the people were taking, that money. And at first I was thinking to myself, like, how can you be that dumb? How can you think that? But if you sit there, you at this standpoint and it's saying, the money like is taken out or whatever to the T, like to the penny, you're not thinking nothing of it because you're thinking like, okay, this is what I signed off for, like, to the penny. That's the key word. So, that was kind of the situation. But in all midst, like, he ended up saying it was like 22 million. And he was like, it took him, 7 years to climb from under that rock. And he didn't, just sit still or nothing like that. He was like, he pretty much had to take any show that was, presenting itself. And he was like, he was having to pay like $600,000 like every month in order to kind of just, stay afloat, in addition to kind of like still living. But he was like, he was pretty much just doing anything, like any type of show that was presenting itself. He ended up selling half his radio show. So it's, just kind of important to, I feel like the lesson I took from that was just about being persistent and not really focusing on the time, because he could easily, just kind of gave up. I mean, of course, he probably would have went to jail for tax evasion, but he could easily just gave up and be like, man, I'm too deep in how I'm you know what I'm saying, how I'm gonna pay like back 22 million. You know what I'm saying? I can't pay back no 22 million. I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, just go ahead, lay down, go to jail, do my little time. It wasn't my fault, this, that, and other. But instead, you know what I'm saying, he bossed up, went ahead, did what he had to do, and you know what I'm saying, now he out of that situation doing way better. But that was all I had for that show. The next podcast I had ended up watching, which was last week, like I said, if you follow me on social media, Instagram, Snapchat, then you kind of already know, because I try to, you know what I'm saying, keep people in the loop. But I ended up watching Drink Champs with Game on there. And he was talking about a lot of mental stuff too. That was a long episode, so I can't really, you know what I'm saying, just elaborate on all that. But because of course, you know what I'm saying, it was like a mix. Like, if you watch Drink Champs before, I mean, it's just that, like, you know what I'm saying, they drinking on there, doing their thing. So of course, you know what I'm saying, a lot of industry stuff gonna come out. But overall, I feel like it was a good episode, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of insight on there. And in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, it was like, you know what I'm saying, dealing with like industry stuff and that. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it all kind of like tied back to a mental aspect, and just kind of like people that, you know, think that he possibly like do some sporadic stuff or whatever, you kind of just see like more of a connect as to, you know what I'm saying, like why he do certain things. But it's just my personal opinion. I feel like overall it was a good thing. So the next and last thing I kind of wanted to talk about was, you know what I'm saying, just 5 quick things I kind of had on my mental, and kind of like just a little more emphasis on them. So the first thing was push yourself to your limit. And what I mean by that is, you know what I'm saying, like, of course, don't, you know what I'm saying, sit there and crash yourself out, but push yourself to the limit. A lot of times, I can compare that to kind of like food. People always talk about, you know, that's nasty. How you know something nasty if you never tried it? How you know that's your all if you never push yourself to the max, you know? And I feel like it's more important, you know what I'm saying, like while you're younger and you can afford to do that, you know, not saying, like I said, don't crash yourself out, but, you know, and don't take it out of context either, but push yourself to the limit, you know what I'm saying? If you sitting there and you like, man, I got something big to do. I know I want to obtain this, but I got to study for XYZ amount of time. Just try it. Push yourself to the limit, even when you want to quit. Know what's at the other side, you know what I'm saying? Know what's on the other side. And that should be enough motivation for you. Everybody get motivated in different ways, but you know what I'm saying, find out like what motivates you and use that, you know what I'm saying, as your strength to push you to, you know, obtain the things you want in life, because you only get one. The next thing I wanted to talk about was pretty much, you know, doing what makes you happy. A lot of times we kind of get so caught up with, you know what I'm saying, trying to please everybody else, that we forget about ourselves. And then at the end of the day, we just sitting there, we begging, like, or not even begging, but just complaining, dang, I'm drained. I don't, you know what I'm saying, put so much into this other person, blah, blah, blah. Why, you know what I'm saying, why you not putting yourself first? Some people might call it selfish, this, that, and other, but I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, you kind of come into this world by yourself. You're going to leave by yourself. Now, that don't mean, you know what I'm saying, screw over your friends or screw over good relationships, but put yourself first and be transparent, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going through something, you feel like you and another person close enough, be expressive to that person. Be like, hey, I'm going through something, or I feel this way because I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, you giving me what I'm giving you. Be transparent, man. Nobody mind readers, I don't think. But now, on a serious note, man, don't expect nobody to sit there and just read your mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, be expressive. I feel like that's the easiest way of going about it in any aspect, any situation, any relationship. The last thing I wanted to say was be mindful, and this kind of tie back into whatever I had said earlier. Be mindful of the things that you take in. I mean that on all aspects, you know what I'm saying? Be mindful of what you eat. Be mindful of what you listen to. Be mindful of what you say. Be mindful of who is, you know what I'm saying, within your presence or whatever, who you giving your time to. A lot of times, I know, you know what I'm saying, it's easier said than done, but when you know what I'm saying, think of the outcome or what it could have been if you would have, you know what I'm saying, took this in instead of this, then I feel like a lot of times that make the situation easier. Like, that make the decision so easy. You just thinking to yourself like, man, if I would have just went ahead and did that, then I could have been, you know what I'm saying, at this point. But instead, you know what I'm saying, you chose the easy route. Just because it's easy don't necessarily mean it's going to be the most beneficial at the end of the day. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, just thinking on life like that, that just make it, almost, the choice more clear. Not saying be on some stuff like, oh, I'm gonna just take the harder route, this, that, and other. Sometimes the easy route is gonna be there, but if you already see that easy route and know that easy route not gonna get you the results you want, or you shortcut yourself, you gotta go through the process. That's what's, like I said earlier, that's what's going, like, make you stand out. You gotta go through the process. You gonna know, that much more. In any situation, it's almost like a universal type thing, not just on some stuff like, oh, that apply to this situation, that apply to this situation. No. Boy, that's some good water. But yeah, man, with all that being said, I kind of just wanted to get on here. I already told y'all how the process is gonna be anyway. If you see somebody on the last episode, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna probably be on here by myself the next week, which is this week, which is completely fine with me. I feel like, I kind of get on here when I'm by myself. I try to keep it short, but I still, try to kind of cover everything that I endured that week, the week before, anything I thought of, I always try to shed light on situations. I always try to, be transparent and speak on, different things that I feel like, are knowledgeable, this, that, and the other. But if you choose not to go with, of course, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you choose to, kind of go with some of the things that I say, or, go check them out, I mean, it can't hurt. I'm not saying you gotta, go do it. But I feel like I give out some pretty meaningful information. So yeah, man. Without further ado, that's gonna wrap this episode up, man. Peace.